Ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Good morning, good evening, good night. It is a Sunday morning in Edmonton. And we're going to recap the news from yesterday, not just last night, but yesterday, because there was some bad news to start the day, followed by some godly bad news, followed by some really good news. So I will tell you the day of events as it happened, as I was unavailable yesterday. Saturdays are a whole different animal for me. Yes, go Blue Jays, go. Wow. Let's start with the bad news because that's how we got it first, right? We got the news. We got the bad news first. So let's get the bad news out of the way. As reported by Ryan Rashog, tough news for the Oilers at home. Hearing the future further tests to be done is believed to be serious. Worst case scenario, maybe end of the season. Best case scenario, keep him sidelined for quite some time. Now, what does that mean? Of course, Oiler fans being Oiler fans, doom and gloom, it's all over, they're not doing anything in the playoffs, it's over, this team is bad again. Relax. Take a deep breath. Relax. It's not the end of the world. This just means no matter how long he is out for, certain guys are going to have to step up into bigger roles. I'm looking at Troy Stecher. I'm looking at Ty Emberson. Those two may have to play more than 10 minutes a game. Now, as it sits, the Oilers defense core will be Nurse Kulak, Bouchard-Wollman, Stecher, Emberson. It's not that far from a stretch of what we had last year that got to Game 7 of the final. Now, I'm not going to be a doctor and I'm not going to be doom and gloom. I'm going to tell you there's still a possibility that they're just thinking precautionarily. And it's worst case scenario because they want to give you the worst case just in case by the way, he's coming back sooner. We thought, and that's okay. Teams do that. It's all mental warfare. It's all part of the game plan. Now, for the dum-dums in the far back, the far back, that say, why did the Oilers staff and medical staff, and why did they rush him back from injury? Dummies. He wasn't hurt when he was away. He was sick. There's a difference between sick and injury and rushing back to be part of the team and getting re-injured. Friedrich. Now, when he was sick and what he was sick with debilitated his ability to train, to get on the ice and do things, and his body took a toll with this sickness. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's sounding like it might be long COVID, or it could be a completely different super virus that we're all about to get hit with. But regardless, it took its toll on Ekholm. And his body, I wouldn't even say his body isn't there. He got stepped on. The back of his ankle got stepped on. If you watch the play, the San Jose player skate goes across the back of his ankle, back of his calf, lower leg. You be the judge to what happened. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physicist. I don't know how all that happens. Now, of course, worst case scenario, he's out into the playoffs. We don't get him again. This was the final game we see Ekholm in an Oilers jersey. His contract is up at the end of the year. Best case scenario, he comes back for playoffs, round 1 or 2 or further, and helps his team win the cup. Now, enough with the doom and gloom bad news. Today is Ryan Smith's happy retirement day. This was the very last game he played in his Oiler jersey. It is also the only time he wore the C on his jersey. So yes, happy retirement day to Ryan Smith. Always will be my favorite Oiler of all. One of my top 5 favorite Oilers of all time. You guys know who number 1 is. Glennie Anderson. Never be topped. Will never be beaten. It just is. That's just my top guy. I know stats-wise he isn't it, but the intangibles, Glenn Anderson is my guy. Now, to the good news for the Oilers. And this should make a lot of people perk up. Perky. I don't know anything about this kid. Again, I don't watch college hockey, but I will try and assess the best I can with what little information that I have. Now, the good news. The Oilers have signed Quinn Hudson to an ELC contract. Now, what does that mean? It means that he should have signed a 3-year ELC like all players, except we're burning a year for good reason. He's now eligible to play tonight against Winnipeg, Monday against LA, Wednesday against San Jose, and in the playoffs. You heard me right. Thank you, Cam Robinson. He's been told that the eldest Hudson, who played in the Final Four. What a game last night. Congratulations to Western Michigan on your first ever Final Four appearance. Winning the whole damn thing. The Western Michigan Broncos, not Mustangs, Broncos, win the whole damn thing. Huge congrats to them. Again, this guy played in the game last night, was pretty effective. Another player that was an Oiler for a long time, who's no longer an Oiler, Shane LeChance, was also part of this game. He is the captain for Boston University. And he scored a goal in controversial fashion, but he scored a goal. And he's a good player. I didn't know who Shane LeChance was, what Shane LeChance was, but I watched that game last night, and he looks like a pretty big body that the Oilers could use, but he wasn't going to play for the Oilers, so asset not wasted, but it is what it is. Now, again, from what I've been able to gather and the intelligence that I have in reading and my capability scope of understanding who Quinn Hudson is, not Quinn Hughes, Quinn Hudson, there really is a difference. One's a defenseman, one's a forward. Both played at Boston University, I do believe. Now, he is 23 years old, so he's not young, but he's not old. He's 5'11", 180 pounds. Okay, so he's on the small side, absolutely on the small side. But looking at his numbers, he's been at Boston University for 3 years. 28 points, 36 points, 50 points. So he incrementally went higher as it went along. He is a wing. Keep this in mind. He is a wing, and he shoots right. So left wing, he had a plus 14, plus 13, and a plus 17. Yes, the Boston University is and are a good team. Without a shadow of a doubt, they are a good team. Now, why is all this very, very important? Well, he is, again, on the small side. He's brothers with Cole Hudson and Lane Hudson. Oh, excuse me. His skills, I wouldn't say he has bad ones. He very much is a passer. He very much plays in the defensive zone. He's a well-rounded defensive forward. What is one thing that the Oilers fucking have been looking for? Defensive forwards that can help keep the puck out of the net and also score a little bit. Now, what can he bring to the team? This is the good question. What can he do for the Oilers that we already don't have? Well, you see what his brother does with the Montreal Canadiens. Lane Hudson is his younger brother. Quinn is 2 years older. So why is Quinn not playing in the NHL and his younger brother is? Well, his younger brother is a defenseman. He has developed very well. He's trajected high. He's getting better as the years go on. the more mature he gets, the more mature he plays. It seems like he's just growing into his body a bit. Now, I've been told, like I said, I don't know much about him. I've been told he has the ceiling and a floor. I don't know where his ceiling is, but I've been told you can compare him to Jordan Eberle. That's not a bad comparison when you think about it. He skates fast. He's good at skating. He skates fast and with intention. He's not quick like his brothers. He doesn't have the body like his brothers, but he will do things that his brother can't. Like control a puck, work his edges, keep the puck away from other bodies. He has a shoot-first mentality. Wouldn't that be nice on this Oilers team for one time to have a guy that's out there, give me the puck and let me rip it. Give me the puck and let me rip it. Hey, McDavid, don't worry about being the goal scorer. Pass it to me. I'll ding it in. Hey, Leon, I know you're a goal scorer, but lately you've been working on the passing plays. You can trust me. Give me the puck. I'll rip it in. Hey, Henrique. Hey, Brown. Put him in the top. Put him in the bottom four. And now we've got scoring up and down. I'm just saying it would be great to have that in the lineup. Passing. Let's talk about passing. He's improved his passing. From what I've been told and gathering information, his passing wasn't that good 2 years ago. He has worked on his... He's become that player that, tell me my strengths, tell me my weaknesses. I don't care what I'm good at. What I'm good at, that's natural gift, that's ability, that's God-given. Tell me what I'm bad at, and I will work my entire summer to fix it so that when I'm ready for game one of the regular season, that thing I was bad at, I'm now excellent at. And now, I wasn't a very good passer. All right, I'll work all summer on my passing. Now I come into the regular season, I'm an elite passer. Okay, now tell me what else I'm bad at. Well, no, I'm not bad at that, though. I'm good at that. So now you're telling me that the worst thing I'm bad at is something I'm really good at? That needs to be the mentality of every player on every team in any sport. That's how I grew up. Tell me one thing I'm bad at. I can't do crossovers. All right, guess what? I'm spending my entire off season doing crossovers on my rollerblades, finding some ice somewhere, and I'm going to do crossovers in the ice. That's all I'm going to work on for an hour a day is crossovers. Forward crossovers, left crossovers, right crossovers, backwards crossovers. All right, what next? What's the next thing I'm bad at? Okay, I don't have a slap shot. All right, let me work on it another hour a day. I'll work on my slap shots. My pucks in my driveway, pucks on the ice. All right, I'll just work on slap shots for an hour to 2 hours. All right, what's the next thing I'm bad at? Oh, well, your defensive ability. Well, actually, I'm really good at my defensive ability. So you're telling me that's my worst attribute right now is my defensive play, but I'm really good at it. So I fixed the holes in my game. Of course, as we see, no matter how you fix holes, there's other things you can always improve on. My point is, if you're always improving on the things you're bad at, you're going to get really good at those, and they become things you excel at. At the same time, though, you can't forget about the things you're good at. Puck sense. His puck sense is next to none from what I've been told. Like I said, I don't know much about the kid except his name, Quinn Hudson. He has patience and vision. He sees the ice really well, and if he doesn't have a shot, again, shot first mentality. If there's no shot there, he will look for his teammates. It's always good to see. Also, we've been complaining for a long time this team sucks at depth. And this team has no draft capital. They're older. They're slower. They're worse. They're this. They're that. They're. This helps all aspects. This helps with the younger. This helps with the prospects. This helps with the draft capital that we're going to be able to keep as we sign these young kids. All in all, I'm excited to see what he brings when he plays. I don't know if he's going to play tonight. I don't know if he's going to play tomorrow. I don't know if he's going to play on Wednesday. But I know he's going to play, and I know he's going to be in the lineup. We're kind of needing bodies. And if I was the Edmonton Oilers, tonight is Sunday against Winnipeg at 5 o'clock. I'm not playing the big boys. Tomorrow night, at home against LA, I might play all the big boys. And then on Wednesday, a mean nothing game in San Jose. Again, rest the big boys for round 1, game 1 of the playoffs. By the way, we win tonight and we beat LA tomorrow. We are second in the Pacific Division. Just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Any whoosies. Again, everybody's all uppity saying, well, if this guy was allowed to play, why couldn't the kids from Europe play? And this is a question that I've been asked more than I can count. Why is he able to play, and why is the Canadian Deminoff allowed to play, but the players we signed in Europe are not allowed to play? They're still under contract until July 1. The contract with their teams doesn't expire until July 1, thus they're not allowed to come over to Canada and play for the Oilers because then they'd be breaching their contract. He doesn't have a contract. That's kind of the best case scenario for the Oilers right now, is he doesn't have a contract. Once the season is over with the NCAA, it's over. You no longer have a team. You no longer have a contract. You are now a free agent. Sign with who you want to sign. Play where you want to play. Now, with Deminoff playing in the KHL, he terminated his contract. That's why he was able to come over and play not right away, but be readily available from Montreal, is because, yes, he was still under contract with the KHL team until July 1, but he terminated that contract. He's like, frick that noise. I no longer want to be here. I'm out. Deuces. So I hope that clears up why our European signings couldn't come over and play right away, but we can get this kid to play right away. They're still under contract. And they didn't know they were being signed to an NHL team. Had they known a month in advance, they probably would have terminated their contracts. They were like, hey, this is our contracts being terminated. We have a month where we can't play with anybody. Boom. Now you're in North America. Now you're playing for the Edmonton Oilers. Again, my name is Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. Hopefully that clears up a lot of information. Again, we had some bad news yesterday. We had some good news yesterday. And we had some great news yesterday. I will not see you guys tonight. Enjoy the Sunday night game. I'm off to do some things with the family. I'll see you again tomorrow night. That's going to be a good game. Kings Oilers in Edmonton. Wow. I'm excited about it. See you guys Thursday. See you guys Monday. Sundays. Gotta love them. Deuces.